Hello, you are watching Campus View on Buckeye TV. Welcome back. Today we have a new group of students and we're talking about sports. Let's meet our new group.
I'm Gabe. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan and a little upset about what happened this year.
My name's Izzy. I am a Chicago fan, so I'm also a little upset about what happened as well.
My name's Jack, and I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so my team will never reach the Super Bowl.
I am also a Cleveland Browns fan. Well, we all know by now the Seattle Seahawks beat the New England Patriots 29-13. Even if they are not your team, were you still excited? Were you left feeling devastated? What are your thoughts?
So I'm from Seattle originally, so I'm a little upset I didn't pick the Seahawks as my favorite team growing up, but I'm just happy for everybody, happy for the team. There are a lot of good guys on that team, and the former defensive coordinator of the Ravens, Mike McDonald, was the head coach for a Super Bowl run for the Seahawks, so I'm happy for him.
Okay.
Yeah, I have cousins who live in Seattle, so they were my pick going into the game. So I was really happy that they won, and it was nice having two new teams that haven't been there in a while playing.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a preference of who won, but after a few drinks, I decided to place a bet on the Patriots, and that did not work out well for me, so I kind of regret that.
The luck wasn't there on that. Well, how did each of you choose to spend your Super Bowl Sunday? Do you follow any yearly traditions? Tell me about that.
Well, since my team usually isn't in it, I try to do what Jack does also. Usually have a couple of drinks, sit back, watch the game. This year, had to do a lot of homework that night, so I was kind of just multitasking doing that.
Yeah, me and my roommates were multitasking also. We were all just kind of watching in our house, doing homework. Honestly, we paid more attention to the halftime show than the actual game. But we made some dips and had some chips and dip. That was kind of what we did.
Sounds really good.
So it was nice.
I had some of my neighbors come over, and some friends also came in. We all just kind of enjoyed the day together, picked up a bunch of food, had some drinks, and kind of just relaxed the entire day watching the game.
Yeah, I love that. Well, let's be honest. Are you guys here for the game, the halftime show, the ads, or the snacks at the end of the day?
I'm a game kind of guy now. I know it was kind of dry this year, and sometimes the Super Bowl is, but I really do like just breaking down, critiquing players, and then talking about them with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like normally I am into the actual game, but this year I was really excited to watch Bad Bunny's show, so I was more into the halftime show this year.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to have to say the game, of course. It's always, to me, the most interesting part, but you can never go wrong with a good snack to accompany you while watching.
You really could never. If you guys had to pick one snack to have at your game day Super Bowl party, what would it be without failure?
I feel like pizza's a classic.
Yeah.
I'd go with pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza. I'm from Cincy, so some Skyline dip. That's my favorite.
I'd have to go with buffalo chicken dip.
I'm also a buffalo chicken dip, hands down. Well, if you guys could pick any artist for next year's Super Bowl, who would your pick be?
I feel like it's overdue. And I know it's kind of a basic pick, but I would go with Drake. I feel like there's so many different people that you could have around him doing performances also, a lot of great features, so I'd go with Drake.
Okay.
I got all the people that are coming to my head. I realized they've already done it. I'm Bruno Mars would be awesome, Lady Gaga would be awesome, but they already did theirs, so I don't know. I have to think on it.
I'm going to have to agree with Drake. I think that would be a good pick. Feels like he is kind of overdue. He has so many different types of songs and music that he could perform, and all the featured guests he could bring out. I think he could create a really good halftime show.
Yeah, no, I love that idea. This year's Super Bowl halftime show, what were your guys' thoughts on that?
So I'm like a C+ kind of student when it comes to Spanish, at least in college. So I feel like there's toddlers that probably have a better sentence structure than I do. So I couldn't really understand a lot of it, but I thought it was cool. I was vibing to it, even though I couldn't understand a single thing he said.
Yeah.
My freshman year roommate really put me on to Bad Bunny, so I love his music now. I think it's really fun, and I think even if you don't understand it, it's just got a good beat, a good flow, the dancing, the vibes. I feel like you have to appreciate that.
It is. You feel good watching it. Did you watch it with your freshman year roommate?
No, I didn't. I honestly wish I could, but I watched it with all my other ones, and they were into it too. So
yeah. And you?
Well, yes, I also could not really understand what he was saying. I don't know any Spanish at all, but the choreography and the dancing, I thought he still provided a good halftime show for those who really couldn't understand the music, and I thought it was put together pretty well.
Yeah. Why do you guys think that the halftime show this year was much more of a cultural event just as a sporting event?
Well, I think just with the landscape of how things are right now, and I feel like there's a lot of pressure politically also around this. I think that's probably why, because people feel very strongly on both sides about that. But I feel like Bad Bunny did a good job trying to just make it about the show and send a powerful message.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think that it is like such like an important topic, like celebrating our culture. Like America is more than just the United States, and I think that's like what the NFL was pushing. They like wanted to expand their market, so like he was like the perfect person to do that for them.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely trying to expand the market and just grow, get as many viewers as possible. I don't remember the exact number I saw, but I believe it was like one of the most watched halftime shows, if not the most. So for the NFL, that's exactly what they were looking for, and they got that.
Yeah, 100%. Why do you think the Super Bowl is such a huge event that is celebrated all throughout our country? Everyone looks forward to it every year.
I mean, the ads, the food, like you mentioned, but I think it's just a game of football. I think Americans really like watching football, and it's super fast-paced and really fun, really good environments.
I would agree, and I think on top of that, even if you're not the biggest football fan, you still find yourself watching it for like all the other aspects, like the food, hanging out with your friends and family, the ads, the music, like all of that. So I think it really provides like a fun atmosphere that like everyone has like the tradition of like coming around together with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Even if like you're not a huge football fan, you can still be with friends, enjoy just commercials, food, and just one game, sit down and enjoy. If that's the one game you watch just once a year, then that's probably the game to do it.
Yeah, 100%. Do you guys have any favorite ads that stuck out to you this past Sunday?
I feel like it was kind of weak this year, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
Yeah.
I had like a favorite one that stuck out that much. I feel like a lot of it was just like AI slop, honestly.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of AI. Oh my gosh, what's his name? I forget, but it was all about like diet culture and like processed foods, and he like got
Yeah.
on. He's like, I've been fat my whole life. He's like the boxer. Is it Mike Tyson? Does anyone remember what I'm talking about?
I don't know his name, but I do know what you're talking about.
I don't know. It was really
Yeah.
funny, and I keep seeing it on TikTok of like people like just like clipping that. So
Yes.
that one stuck out to me.
Yeah.
One that stuck out to me as very weird was the Manscaped one where the hair was singing at me. That
Okay,
kinda
yes.
caught me off guard, and that was very interesting.
All right, well, what is your guys' main takeaway from this year's? If you could summarize it in one word, go.
Oh, one word, slow.
Celebration.
Underwhelming.
Gotcha. I think all of that's so valid. Well, thank you guys for tuning in today to our segment. Thank you so much. That is all the questions for today.